my BFF because I DK what's coming next. Getting LMFO what's the best or something.
From what?
For TYLXOX. It's Bella Thorne.
Shake It Up.
No, it's just her original song they played on Disney Channel.
To think they made a dyslexic person sing that.
That is yes. Listen. Welcome to Gay Area, the Bay Area's first gay stoner sibling podcast. This is one of your hosts, Allison here.
And your other host, Daniel here. Hi, everyone. And today's podcast episode is for divas who have seen all 4 and the most recent Descendants movie, Disney's Descendants.
Boom. Oh, my God. How excited is every single one of you?
Brand new entry into the franchise, you guys. And I'm lucky because I didn't have to wait at all.
Yes.
I got to binge all 4 of them. I mean, you saw the first one when it came out.
I saw the first one about, what was that, like 7 years ago at least?
It was like 2015, right?
It was 2015, yeah.
Yeah, you were there.
I was there. I was seated.
You were there when something was written.
Yeah, I have a video of it actually in my living room. It's one of my oldest Snapchat memories. Insert clip.
Oh, you think?
Yes. One of my oldest Snapchat memories.
Low-key dragging the movie.
I low-key was.
In the caption.
Yes, I was.
So what's changed, Mama?
Alrighty. The use of marijuana.
There. Yep. Checks out for me, Mama.
Yep. So the other day, it was like me, Devin, and Caitlin were sitting in the living room, and we had to do something. We were all dabbing, and we're about to go somewhere or do something. So I was like, let me turn something on. I go to turn on Descendants 4. I said, I'm kind of excited for this. I saw the Brandy Cinderella stuff. You know, they got me sat. So I was going to turn it on. And Devin was like, no, like, I need to pay attention to this. That's not something you could just turn on.
This ain't like casual little
Yep.
Toy Story 4 in the background,
okay,
Moana in the background.
I got you. I turned on the first one. I said, why not get a refresher?
You said, let's go back to where it all started. A very good place to begin.
Yes, a very good place to begin. So started it very much like was dabbing, not paying attention too much, was and wasn't. Watched Rotten to the Core, watched some, in and out of paying attention. I think we even left. Devin watched some. We came back. And basically, we watched that. We watched part of it. And then later that night, when Caitlin went to leave, me and Devin watched. It was late. You were about to go to bed. Me and Devin finished the first one. And I was like,
You have time for the new one.
I was like, I kind of ate. He was like, oh, and then I was like, because I was like, I definitely have watched the first one and the second one. I was like, time for the fourth one. I was like, boom.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. I said, I'm ready.
Your arms tap for Brandy.
Yes. So we watched it all that night. I was flabbergasted. I was shocked. What's her name? Rita
Ora.
Rita Ora. Got me good. Gooped me good. Got me. I was just, the gelatin part absolutely got me. Okay, we're not even talking about it, but listen. Was thoroughly enjoying it, and then I was like, fuck. Wait a minute. I said, what is Hades doing here? And Devin was like, have you not watched the third one? And I was like,
is he a fan?
Yes. Devin is a fan.
Okay, I didn't know this.
Yes. And so I was like, he was like, you haven't watched the third one? And I was like, no, I did not watch it. It came out in 2019. I was going to Pride. I was doing crazy ratchet shit. I was not watching the DCOM.
You were taking Molly. Where's the Molly?
Not at 17, no, but I was popping off. So listen.
Popping off, not popping Molly's.
Not popping Molly's. And so then Devin was like, I was like, fuck.
You're like, I gotta go to bed.
Devin was like, I told you we should have started with the second one.
He said that?
He had said we should just go in order.
We need a proper binge.
He kind of said it. He was like, so we want to watch the second? I was like, no. He was like, I knew it. And so I started my proper binge by myself.
The next day.
The next day, I watched the second and the third.
And that is when she called me and she said, Danny.
Yep.
I have our next podcast episode. Don't worry. It's going to be a smash hit, one for the books.
Yep.
And it's called Disney's Descendants. And I go, that's cute. That's all right.
He said
okay.
maybe.
I was like, maybe. Like, fucking Disney Descendants, the DCOM franchise.
Right.
Like, I knew nothing about it, but I've never received such phone call from Allison about, being so enthused about a podcast episode. So clearly we had to make it happen. And 4 movies later, I'm here to tell you Disney's Descendants is all right.
Ooh, ma. Ooh, ma.
Allison is a huge fan.
Uma.
Low-key makes me question her taste a little.
Girl, I'm telling you, you have to be lit too.
We were lit.
I know.
That's the only way it was like watchable.
Yes, and that's real, and I knew that from the beginning. That's why I said we needed to dab before we even started it.
If you have to dab before you watch something,
some stoner
that
movies
should
are
tell you.
beloved stoner movies.
Yeah, but you don't have to be lit to enjoy Pineapple Express.
Kind of do.
I don't know. Have you seen The Interview?
I rewatched the 4th one 3 times in the span of a week at least.
The which one? The first one?
The 4th one.
Rise of Red.
Rise of Red. I watched it with you. I watched it by myself. No, I only watched it twice.
Yeah, because remember you were picking up on things
Yes.
from the first and second.
I was
second and third.
picking up things when I watched it the second time.
Yeah.
That I did not the first time because I hadn't watched the third.
Yeah.
And I hadn't rewatched the second in a while.
Awesome. It's like there's major plot holes, and then she like fixed the plot holes.
Oh, I fixed all the plot holes.
She was like,
Like,
wait,
all
get
of
ready
them.
for a plot hole. And then
They literally brought him up.
Yeah, we'll get into it. Are you guys fans of Disney Descendants? I've never. It's just like not my time. Like 2015. I don't know. I was.
It was
on
actually
the way
2014.
Out. Okay, 2014. Like it's like a year before I graduated.
Yeah. No, exactly.
And I missed the boat. But the first one is probably my favorite.
You think? I mean, the first one is really good.
The fourth one was just so completely unnecessary.
I'm having severe deja vu.
And it just felt like a cash grab. But like, who cares?
Well, it absolutely was. Some people of the fandom are saying it's not even considered Descendants.
I know. It doesn't feel like it. It's completely different.
Like, it is completely different. They don't even, like, show anyone, like, from the first 3 movies besides Uma and Fairy Godmother.
And the CGI is actually ass. Like,
In
it's
which
so
movies?
bad.
The fourth
In
one,
all
too?
of them. Yeah, even the fourth one.
It was very low budget.
It's like, is this not the mega multi-billion-dollar company Disney making this movie? Like, I understand they have millions and millions of
It's
projects.
the same people who are allocating the money to all the people who work at Disneyland. They're not putting it in the right places.
They're not. They're greedy bastards.
They're greedy bastards. They're not paying their workers enough. And they're not
Yeah, the
paying
cast
Rita Ora
members.
enough.
Oh.
Like,
why? How much did they pay her?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, the whole crew, everything about it deserved more money. Like, the first 1, 2, and 3, I'm sure brought them a good amount of money.
It's just wild to me that the first 3, like, this is the same, Kenny Ortega that gave us High School Musical 1 and 2 and 3. And it's like making me question if those are good movies. Like, because I used to think those were like peak. Like actually
Don't go back
so
and watch
good.
them.
But you know what? I was thinking about it. I'm
Maybe
like,
we should, though.
they're just, I feel like it works better because there's no CGI.
Yeah.
And there's
no whimsicality. It's a simple set.
It's set in like a normal high school. The costumes
are normal.
They don't draw your attention like some of these
Yeah.
costumes do.
Yeah.
In a bad way.
They all kind of blend, the costumes at least. Like, they're all set in the same era. It's the same year.
It just like worked
It's
better.
2000s. It's just, it's not crazy. Everyone looks fucking different.
And it's just like, I think Kenny lost the sauce. Because
Does that make you sad?
kind of low key, but I mean, not really. I don't really care. I haven't caught up. I haven't kept up with Mr. Ortega, but
I'm I know.
You know?
You were shocked when I told you he did all three.
Yeah,
All the first three.
absolutely
You were
shocked.
like, what?
Yes. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's give you guys a little bit of backstory. I'm sure there's plenty of you who are like, Disney's Descendants. What are
What
we
is
talking
it?
about?
Yep.
What is this? Let me explain it for you, like on a basic level,
Today.
because the movies are extremely basic. Like I can't even remember like what happens in them. Like nothing happens. Like the first one.
I'll tell you.
Okay, we start with Descendants 1. Okay, my favorite because beloved Broadway actress Kristen Chenoweth
Yep.
plays Maleficent,
Yeah, that was really fierce.
and
You
that's a
gotta
treat.
be evil
Yeah.
and da-da.
So okay,
You're right. That song.
we live. The world is set in the land of the United States of Oregon.
Yep.
And it has all these fairy tale characters, and they all want to live in harmony, right? They want to live with one another, but they can't with the villains because the villains are bad and the
'Cause
villains
they're rotten to the
are
core.
horrible. So they decide, all the good fairy tale characters decide to ban all of the villains to their own little isle or island. Isle. I think they call it Isle of the Villains or something.
Isle of the Lost.
There you go. So that happens, and basically the movie starts with a musical number introducing all of these young kids who are descendants of famous Disney villains. So you got Dove Cameron as Maleficent's daughter. Her
Yep.
name's Mal. You have Cameron Boyce, son of Cruella de Vil.
Yep.
Evie, the daughter of the
The
evil
evil
queen.
queen.
I don't know what her real name is.
Jay.
Boo Boo Stewart. Bobo. Boo Boo.
Bobo.
Bobo.
Boo boo. Bo bo.
Bo. Stewart, son of Jafar.
His name is Jay in it.
His name is Jay. And those are the four like main divas, main descendants. Okay.
Of the evil people.
Of
some
the
good,
evil people,
Some
yes.
good descendants are Audrey. Audrey is Sleeping Beauty's daughter.
Well, we'll get to all those people,
daughter.
I think.
Okay.
You need to explain them getting invited.
Okay.
You want to take this part? So we're introduced to them, and then
So basically, we're introduced to the villain kids, and then shortly after they do their song "Rotten to the Core,"
rotten to the core.
Yep.
So they're rotten to the core.
We get introduced to Belle and the Beast's son, Ben, and he's talking about how since he's gonna be king, he wants to make some decisions around here, and he decides that he would like to invite a few of the villain kids over from the Land of the Isles because he thinks it's not fair that they're considered evil just because their parents are.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like an allegory for like racism? I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Or like people who live in other countries.
Jenny, help us out here.
Jenny.
What is his name? Ortega?
Kenny. Jenny Ortega.
Listen. So Ben decides he wants to invite them, and then basically they invite them, and Maleficent's like
hack.
Yes, she's like a hack, and then all the other parents do not want to send the kids, but Maleficent is like girls. If we get them in there, they could steal fairy godmother's wand and then break the barrier. Bring down the barrier.
There's like this whole like force field around the aisle so they can't get out.
Yep.
And so yeah, Maleficent K-Chen is like, hack, we're gonna send you guys and you're gonna, facilitate my little master plan. And you're gonna follow through and we're gonna be all rotten to the core. And Dove is pretty evil, or I should say Mal.
Oh yeah, Mal is the most evilest.
Like she's pretty evil in the beginning, but spoiler alert, she's gonna turn good. And so yeah, they those four go to Eridon, which is like the city, the main like capital city, I think.
Right? Oh, it was like Oridon.
Didn't I say Oridon?
You said Eridon.
Oridon. I can't remember what I said. It's a dumbass name. Oridon. Could we not think of anything better?
I like.
It's too close to Arendelle,
I know,
but
right?
it's not as good.
I like Merlin's school better.
Oh, well, yeah.
Spoiler alerts.
Okay, so what else happens in the first one?
So what else happens in the first one?
Maybe I'll bring up the synopsis.
I can tell you.
That's what I'm talking about.
They get brought over to the Isle. I mean, to the 4 villain kids get brought over to Ordon, and Ben greets them. He's already kind of simping over Mal a little bit,
But he's dating.
Audrey, daughter of Aurora. And then basically they realize that the only way that they're going to be able to get to the the fairy godmother's wand is during the coronation.
Mm-hmm.
Then they figure out that she asked Ben, like, oh, can we sit at the front for the coronation because we're so excited?
Right.
And he was like, oh, the only people who are going to be at the front are my parents and my girlfriend. And then she was like, oh, looks like Benny Boo needs a new girlfriend. So then she whips up a quick love potion, gets him under her spell, and pops her pussy, becomes his girlfriend. And then right before coronation, she gives him an anti-love spell. And then they're like, oh, so then he's like woken up or whatever. And he was like, oh, like, I still love you or whatever. And then he goes to get coronated. And then in between this stuff, like, Mal had given a few people some makeovers. And then she actually took them back because everyone was turning on them for a little bit.
She made them ugly.
She made them ugly again. So then the fairy godmother's daughter, Jane, decided to take it in her own hands, grab the fairy godmother's wand, and blast it. And it actually broke the barrier, and Mal didn't even have to do it. Hack.
Yeah. It was kind of edited in a way to like make you think that it was Mal, but it really was Jane.
Yeah.
On accident.
Yep. So
she breaks the barrier. Maleficent turns into a dragon, and she comes to Oridon, and she attacks them, and is unsuccessful.
Yep.
And Mal saves the day.
Mal says something like, true heart is as strong as 4 as 1.
Oh, right.
You're not as strong as my heart with my 3 friends. Like,
it's like 4 hearts as 1 beat together to slay Maleficent.
Yes, something like that. And she kept saying it.
Yeah, they said like over and over
4
again.
4 as 1, 4 as 1, 4 as 1, hearts as 1. Okay. They shrunk her down to the size of her heart, which was the size of a lizard.
Yeah.
So then Maleficent, Kristen Chenoweth, the rest of the series, spoiler alert,
is a
lizard.
So there's no more Kate Chen in the other movies, which is just absolutely
dumb. Fucking terrible.
They needed to have it in her contract.
She needed to at least
the 3. Hello.
At least the 3.
I would have enjoyed it a lot
She could have
more.
had her whole moment talking to Hades.
The best number, because it is a musical, the best number by far is Kate Chen's number.
Yep, is so good.
She's like, do you want to be evil? I don't even remember.
I want to be evil and
It's really good. I mean, besides the fact that she looks nothing like Maleficent, like, isn't she like under 5 feet? She just doesn't really give Maleficent, but whatever.
She gives little cunty Maleficent.
None of the characters give any of like what they're supposed to be. Like, they look like Party City knockoffs, like, of all the Disney characters.
Yep.
And it's what adds to like the unbelievability. It's just like, that's not the Beast. That's not who's most offensive? I don't know. All the villains. TBH. Jafar. That is not Jafar. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jafar was really
not Jafar.
bad.
The evil queen. I mean, I love Kathy the Jimmy.
She was good.
She's good, but she's not the evil queen. I mean, the evil queen got fat.
Oh my god.
Like, what's the story there?
Okay,
There's your movie. What?
I'm like, I can't believe you're saying all this.
That I don't think that they were cast right, or that they just don't give Disney villains.
Like, I was saying that I was confused about how Chad's parents were Brandy and that one guy. Like, and you were like, what?
No, you were wondering how they could have a white child if the mom is black and the dad is Asian.
No,
And
I
I
was
said
saying
he
how
could be adopted. I wasn't saying that like Brandy looks like Cinderella because she fucking was Cinderella.
Well, yes. Prince Charming don't look nothing like Prince Charming though, and
He does look like Prince Charming. That's what he looks like in the Brandy Cinderella movie. That is him.
That's him.
Yes, they both got brought back.
What?
Boom. Yes, that's. The Prince Charming.
I haven't watched.
You haven't watched the Brandy Cinderella
in a long time.
That's a major offense. But you've seen all 4 Descendants. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Twice.
Girl, that's sick and twisted. You need to put some respect on Brandy Cinderella. I can't even remember some of the other numbers because they're so horrible. The one that Mal sings, like towards the end, I remember being pretty offensive.
I can't even remember it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so yeah, that's all that happens in the first one.
Yeah, the second one, the best song is Uma. What's my name?
Yes.
What's my name? Uma.
I seriously can't even tell you where that one starts, and like literally.
It starts in Ursula's fish and chip shack.
It starts with her.
Oh no, it starts. Ah, shit.
It says Mal struggles with her new celebrity life as the girlfriend of King Ben, putting a spell on her hair, making it blonde.
Oh yeah, it starts with them doing a bunch
and
of school
uncomfortably
stuff.
maintaining a princess-like personality. So yeah, now that she's good, she's like, she wants to be like really good, so she dyes her hair blonde, and she looks fabulous.
She looks sickening.
She looks giving classic Dove Cameron.
Yep.
But spoiler alert, she decides she actually wants to be herself and be bad, and so she changes her hair.
She's having severe feelings and longings of being bad.
Oh, also, there's a little like sneak preview, like a little like tie-in at the end of the first one after the wedding, or not wedding, after they like
the boat thing.
They like get together, her and Ben.
Yeah.
She like turns to the camera and she's like, "Oh, you didn't think this was over or something."
And then her eyes turn green.
Which leads me to believe. I turned to Allison. I'm like, "This is the move. This is the franchise. She's gonna. It's a long con. She is gonna take over Ordon. She just didn't want her mom to do it.
That would be everything.
This is sickening. This makes sense because I'm like, okay, so obviously like the moral of the story can't be that, you know, love conquers all, because that's like so predictable, right? Spoiler alert, that's gonna be what it is, and there is no long con. And Mal is just a regular old like hero in this story. She doesn't even get to be villain like.
That is true.
Okay, so let's talk about the first one.
You mean the second one?
Let's talk about the second one. Evie scolds Mal for relying on her mother's spell book to solve her issues. Carlos and Jay,
side characters.
Major background characters.
Super side characters.
Especially in the third one, I was like, okay, well, this is going to be like the last one. You know, Cameron Boyce is dead. Like, hopefully they give him lots of stuff to do. Like, hopefully he's important to the story.
Yep.
Oh, no, honey. It's just like the first two. He's major background filler just to fill the scenes.
Yep.
And has no tie to the plot at all. Like, no, he's not important to the plot. I don't think so, right? Am I wrong?
In the third one?
He's just there. Him and Jay. Both of them. And in the second one.
The third one, yeah, no, very, very, very not important.
And it's like, I like them.
I know. Well, I like Cameron.
I like Carlos. Yeah, I like Cameron. Ben eventually discovers Mal's reliance on magic, and she comes clean about her insecurities, in causing a falling out.
Yeah, and he scolds him.
Oh, does she? Does he?
Yes, he's the reason she goes to the Land of Isles. She's like, I can't be perfect. He's like, do you think it's been easy trying to be a king? learning to be a king. It's been hard.
Mal returns to the Isle of the Lost, now ruled by her former rival, Uma.
Yep.
Ursula's daughter, along with Harry and Gil, the sons of Captain Hook and Gaston. Also, another thing to this story is every time you meet a character, it's written into the contract that they have to say, oh, and by the way, I'm Captain Hook's son, or oh, I'm Cruella de Vil's son, or like, oh, I'm the son of fucking whoever. Like, and it's so annoying. Like, obviously, it's important, like, you know, exposition, but it's just like you can tell by the costumes. Like, you don't gotta say it every time, especially when they're like minor characters, and their outfits are very clearly like daughter and son of them. And also, I mean, there's lots of things I could nitpick about the movies and say I want to change, but I feel like if they had, you know, gone like further with the generations, like make the gap bigger. Like, right. Oh, they're the descendant of...
like great-granddaughter.
Yes, like the great-great. So then it kind of like puts a little space and then...
So you can put more twist to it.
And you could like have... they could look like they're the actual villains, you know, and we never see them. So then it's like they're not... We don't see them and we're like, oh, that's not Jafar, you know?
Yeah, exactly. We don't ever have to be like really put off.
Ever have that. And then they could be like, oh, I'm the son and the daughter of maybe like... Or like I'm the descendant of like a few different like villains.
Right.
I don't know. I think that would have slayed.
Yeah, like my aunt on my mom's side is this and my da-da-da.
Like, I don't know. And it also just like doesn't make sense because it's like, okay, so we're in this whole land where we're at the first generations of like who were these people's parents before they were
Dude, I know y'all really established stuff. Like, exactly, like when they go back in time in the fourth one, spoiler alert, like you're telling me that all these people are just nobodies right now?
I know.
Where the exactly like what's happening?
It's mad confusing.
Like, why isn't it that Mao, the daughter of Hades and Maleficent, getting with the daughter of Jalad, the son of Jaladin, and then boom, or not maybe that one, but like a villain one, and then they're having a kid, and then that kid is the one we're following.
Yeah,
like they have they have a bunch of villains in their fucking origin.
Very like Game of Thrones, like very Targaryen, yes. Very like that. Like, I think it just would have slayed, but obviously they wanted to be able to use those properties, like, you know, like Maleficent and Jafar and Cruella de Vil. Like, that's part of the fun of it for the kids, I think. Instead of just making all these new people like Mal. Like, Mal's the mom, and then this random person is the kid, and then, Right, exactly. Like, it would probably just be, like, too much, and, like, it's like, well, why not just show the other villains? But for me, it just takes me out majorly. Maybe that's where we can go with it in the future. You think they're going to Descendants 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Maybe Mal's daughter's going to come to Oridon eventually. Mal and Ben's. They're already in Oridon. They're kids. Their kids will come to Oridon? Well, go to Oridon Prep. Oh, okay. I was like, what? Okay, Mal visits hairstylist Dizzy Tremaine, Drizella's daughter, who restores her signature purple hair. That girl's from the Kissing Booth. Kitty XOXO. And Kitty XOXO. Yeah. Harry learns of Mal's return and informs Uma. Ben, Evie, Jay, and Carlos learn of Mal's departure and sneak onto the Isle to find her, but Gil recognizes them. Wait, which one's Gil? Oh, the son of Gaston. Ben confronts Mal, who rejects his feelings for both his sake and Oridon's. Ben leaves dejected, only to be captured by Uma. Uma, played by China Anne McClain, who I'm obsessed with. Oh, girl. If we're in a Disney film, why not use China Anne McClain? Like, she's perfect. She went to, like, the Disney School of Acting. You know, the same one this guy Jackson went to. Yep. And I want to see more of her in Disney because she probably can't do anything else. True. And they need to treat her right considering what they've done to her. What? Like,
kept
What
her
did
the stunted her whole growth.
I mean, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like the curse
Like,
of Disney Channel.
have you watched Ant Farm? I tried to watch the episode the other day. I turned it on.
It's bad.
I couldn't even watch it for a minute.
No, it's bad. I mean, there's very rare do we get the Zendayas, the Shia LaBeoufs, like to come out of Disney, and even Zendaya.
It is very real. Even Zendaya
was like,
she needed
Disney Channel
Euphoria to help
acting.
her. She needed Euphoria to even.
I don't think she needed Euphoria, but
I think she did.
I don't know. I think Zendaya would have slayed even without Euphoria.
I think it really helped her just be like,
I think
showing
so, but
herself as a real slayful actress.
it's just hard, and I feel bad for China, but she's good in this.
I know, like, what's Bella doing?
Overacting the house down. Ooh.
Like,
I know she had the whole thing with Tana for like a little while, and that
I
made her
know
relevant.
that was the biggest thing she's ever done.
She's not relevant no more. Ben confronts Mal, who rejects his feelings. I already read that. Okay, Carlos and Jay return to Ordon Prep, where they create a replica of the wand using a 3D printer.
Yep.
They're caught by Lonnie Mulan's daughter, who blackmails them into letting her come and having previously.
Also, a little story on her. She went from being Princess Girly Pop in the first movie to being Warrior Princess in the second.
Yeah, they completely like changed her whole vibe.
Her whole vibe.
They're like,
completely.
wait, no, we did not
No,
get that right.
we did
on the
not
first
get
one.
that right at all.
She had like this like chocolatey brown hair and with like highlights.
And she was
And her
always
style
wearing
was like pink and like
yeah.
like bows and maybe not bows, but
And then she went from that to always wearing like a
like
track
dark,
outfit.
like dark outfits, like
yeah.
and she had dark hair. I was like, this was right. Okay, so
And she really wanted to be on the sword fighting team or whatever the fuck it's called.
okay, so basically there's like a fight between Uma, Captain Hook's son, and Gaston's son, and the main four VKs. VK meaning villain kids.
Yep.
And so they're on this ship and they sing this song, and this one's actually pretty
This
good.
song's fire.
I can't remember what it was like.
No, it's like make the traitor walk the plank. Wait, what was it? How did it go though? It's something like make a traitor walk the plank.
Yeah, but basically they make the fake wand to give to Uma to
Now make
get
the
Ben
trade.
back.
Or walk the plank.
To get Ben back because she had taken him. The villain's children come to terms that they cannot run from their past and agree to be honest with themselves with each other. Carlos confesses to Jane but struggles while Jay appoints Lonnie as the captain of his team. Okay. Aboard a ship during the cotillion, Ben stuns everyone by appearing with Uma, who he declares is his true love and announces he will destroy the barrier on the isle. Jane unveils...
As a gift for Uma.
Right. Jane unveils a stained glass display. Ben commissions to show his affection for Mal, who realizes he loved her for who she was all along. Suspecting Uma has given him his love potion, Mal confesses her love for Ben and kisses him, breaking the spell. Enraged, Uma leaps into the water, using Ursula's magic seashell necklace to transform into a Cecilia? What's that?
An octopus.
And Mal fights back as a dragon. Oh, and this dragon
Surprise
CGI,
dragon reveal.
like, fight is so bad. It makes me like...
And then China's just in the water waving her arms like...
Yeah, China looks so bad in the water. Ben intervenes, quelling the battle, and Uma returns the ring that Ben had originally given her when he had declared her love as his true love and leaves. Mal and Ben reunite, Mal surrendering her spellbook to Fairy Godmother. Yeah, so they have this, like, library where they, like, have all these villainous props.
Yep.
You know, like, for example...
Maleficent's wand.
Maleficent's wand?
Yep, Maleficent's wand. Maleficent's wand.
I think overheated. And we're back. Sorry, our camera overheated, but no worries there. So yeah, basically she surrenders the the magic spell book that she got from her mom that
Yep.
she's been using the first 2 movies
Yep.
to fairy godmother that they put in like the
Museum.
library,
The
the museum that anyone can break into.
Which Danny said.
And there's a mid-credit scene where Uma comes out of the water and she's like, "Oh, you didn't think this was over, did you?" And she like laughs a little or something. I don't know. Insinuating there is a third Descendants movie on its way. What's going on over there? Our audio listeners can't see.
I'm
but,
trying to get y'all to hear my stomach roars.
I don't think they need to hear that or want to hear that.
Oh. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, so
that brings us to Descendants 3.
Arguably one of the fiercest.
You think so?
Besides the first one. I think the second one was
Yeah. The second one really
Oh
felt
my
like
God.
nothing happened. Like all that happened.
Shh, quiet down.
You are so dumb. Boom.
There it
That
was.
took so long. Okay, yeah. So the third one, Descendants 3, released 2019.
Right. Same year Cameron Boyce died. Can you figure out which one happened first?
Yeah. Oh my God, my son just made
Yes.
noise too.
Yes. Yes. We woke up and we went right in.
He died July 6th. The day before Willow. August 2nd.
So he died before it.
Yeah.
Why didn't they put anything in it then?
She means like they didn't put like any girl, get the microphone off your big fat belly. Even if it made like the biggest noise ever, I don't think people would care.
You can't tell me that's not impressive.
You guys are gonna need to put on headphones if you're not already to listen to that. I'm sure it was really quiet.
That was wild.
Also, I think there was a car driving by at the same time.
And you were talking, of course.
I was not talking. I could hear it. I know it released less than a month after.
That's sick.
That's probably rough for
Everyone.
everyone on the movie. Okay, so
I hope he got to see it full cut, though, before he died.
I'm sure he did. A month out. But also, who cares? I mean, Descendants 3.
Girl, it's his last piece of work, probably.
I don't know. Who knows?
Who
It
knows?
probably wasn't. Because he probably filmed that like a year before it came out. And I'm sure he had been in things.
Sure.
Okay, Mal, Evie, Jay, and Carlos visit the Isle of the Lost to choose 4 new V kids to take to Oridon. Oh, yeah. Also, at the end of the last one, was it Mal who asked? Or I think it was Evie who asked if they could invite Drizzy, the girl that did over Mal's hair at Isle of the Islands, if she could come to Oridon. And Ben said, yes. So they're going to bring her and they're going to pick 4 new VKs to come over to Oridon. Which is so crazy. Like,
make it 10.
4 kids out of this whole
Make it
island.
40. Like,
but also, if everyone is a descendant of someone famous, this has to be a small-ass isle.
right.
Hello? That's what I'm talking about. Like, how is this a whole land of, like, is everyone famous or are there normal people, too? Because I don't think we ever even saw no normal people.
Yeah, I know.
Every time someone was introduced, oh, I'm the son of Dopey, or I'm the son of fucking Empress New Groove.
Was there one like that?
Yes, you weren't paying attention.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
so they picked 4 new VK kids to come over. They picked Drizzy, granddaughter of Lady Tremaine, who's like the evil Cinderella's like stepmother. Celia, daughter of Dr. Facilier, and Squeaky and Squirmy, the twin sons of Mr. Smee. As the older kids return to Oridon, Hades attempts to break through the Isle's barrier, but Mal stops him. Hades, played by the wonderful Cheyenne Jackson, he's pretty good.
I like him.
He gives an all right performance. Dr. Facilier's daughter. What a wonderful choice.
I know, right?
I mean, he doesn't get any love from Disney, really. It doesn't feel like.
0.
He's not in The Princess and the Frog ride at all. No mention of him. I think they're scared of the what do they call it? Voodoo? They're trying to distance themselves.
Yep.
But they weren't back in 2019, thank God. So they pick her and like I said, the twins of Smee, who do absolutely
Nothing
in this film
at all.
They literally
Such a waste.
I think they talk probably like twice. So there's really no point. The day the kids are picked up, Ben, Mal's boyfriend and the King of Ordon, proposes to her. Mal accepts. Ben's ex-girlfriend, Audrey, seethes with jealousy, and her grandmother, Queen Leah, admonishes for her for failing to secure the family legacy by marrying Ben. Unable to let go of her resentment of Mal, Audrey steals the Queen's crown and Maleficent's scepter from the museum, gaining magical powers and becoming a villain. Following the theft and Hades' escape attempt, Mal suggests that the best way to protect Ordon is to close the Isle's barrier permanently.
Yep.
Which is just like so crazy. Like, I don't know what she was thinking. It just doesn't.
I need to eat something so bad.
Like, you need to stop.
Like I don't think the rumbling's gonna stop. Like, it's coming out of my mouth now.
Girl.
Do you hear it?
No. Just control your body.
You can't hear that?
Don't put your mouth on the mic.
It's mine. I will.
I don't hear nothing.
Hold on.
You deep throating the mic.
Hold on.
I'm waiting.
Let me just get something to eat really quick.
Oh my God.
No. Okay, fine. I feel so sick. Let's go quick with it then.
Okay, so Audrey turns evil. Curses Mal with Melissa's scepter, so she and the other Vacates go to the Isle to get Hades' Ember, the only artifact powerful enough to break the scepter's curse. Mal's freed of the curse. Celia gets her into Hades' lair. Hades thwarts their effort to steal the Ember. Yeah, and so then it's revealed that Hades is Mal's father. Boom.
Yep.
They reveal it just when it's convenient for the plot.
Yep.
And it's not like she didn't have a father in the first two movies, you know, and they just made this up in the third one.
Yep.
He was definitely always going to be Hades for sure.
Yep.
He warns her to avoid getting it wet, as it will not exhibit its power for her since she is only half Hades. It may do everything for her that it may not do everything for her that it does for him. They leave the Isle. Mal and the others are intercepted by Uma, Gil, and Harry, who agree to help after Mal falsely agrees to release all the children from the Isle. Okay, yeah. So Uma's whole gig is she wants all of the VK kids, or everyone, all the villains,
Whoever wants to go over there.
from the Isle to be able to come to Auradon. She said, bring that wall down.
Yep. She wanted to bring it down in the second one.
Yes, but she's just continuing her plan, her master plan. And so basically all that happens in this one is the four main VKs team up with Uma and her friends to help me out here.
They team up to try to get rid of Audrey.
Oh, right. Yes, Audrey.
They have to get
Audrey.
They have to use the Hades Ember to take down Audrey.
Yeah. And so Uma ends
and
up...
Audrey started putting everyone to sleep.
Oh, yes, because she's Princess
Yep.
Aurora's daughter.
Yep.
So she like puts everyone to sleep.
And then they get the Ember.
And Ben turns into a beast.
Ben turns into a beast, and then Ben turns to stone. And it's up to Uma and Mal to work together to take down Audrey.
Right.
They take the motherfucker down, accidentally puts her into too deep of a sleep, so they gotta call Hades to come through and bring her back to life. He eats. He leaves. Gives the amber to Mal.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mal's like, damn, like, why is it that my dad can't even be here? Like, he's kind of good. Like, fuck. Like, maybe I've been thinking wrong. She was like, I can't be the queen. I can't be the queen of Ordon.
Right.
I need to be the queen of Ordon and the Isles. Boom.
Yeah, and then it's revealed that she originally didn't want anyone to come. She wanted to permanently close the barrier to the Isle.
Yep, she
And then,
tells everyone.
And Evie is like the daughter of Evil Queen. She's like, gets really upset. She's like, how could you do this? And I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, why would she wanted to do that? Like, she's so dumb. And it was literally her plan.
It was.
But then Mal and her friends reconcile, and she convinces Hades to use the ember to revive Audrey. Wait, are we there yet?
We're past that.
Or we're past that. Audrey awakens, and she and Mal and Ben make amends.
Oh, yeah, we forgot about that.
Hades does so, but decrees the double standard by which Audrey is immediately forgiven for her crimes, and she is not considered a villain.
Yeah, like what?
Changing her mind, Mal and Ben that she cannot become queen of... Wait, changing her mind, Mal tells Ben that she cannot become queen of... Okay, this is where we were. Queen of Oron unless she can help the Isle as well. With Ben and Fairy Godmother's approval, Mal replaces the Isle's barrier with a bridge.
Yep.
And the people of the newly merged society celebrate. In the end, Evie is with Doug, Carlos is with Jane, Mal and Ben are engaged. Okay. Jay and Gail plan to travel the world together. Okay. This is where we get a little gay. Okay.
Yep.
A little something gay for the kids. Okay.
Yep.
Earlier in the movie, I clocked it instantly. Jay and Gil, son of Gaston,
Yep.
were totally flirting.
Yep.
I kind of forget what they were talking about, but you can tell. You can pick up on it that they're majorly flirting. And then at the end of the movie, when everyone's talking about, oh, what are we gonna do now? What's our plan? Them two are like, let's travel the world and butt fuck a little.
Yep.
On the boat,
Oh, yeah.
bareback. And so it's pretty saucy for a decom. And I just want to ask Disney to take it further
Yep.
because you're gonna have gay men but no gay women. Okay, okay, that's a choice.
Homophobic.
I mean, people are scared to say lesbian.
Yep.
Let's all say lesbian.
Let's say lesbian.
And Audrey seems to become romantically attached to Harry after Uma rejects him. What the hell? In a mid-credit scene, Mal, Evie, Jay, and Carlos race across the bridge to the Isle to reunite with their parents. Oh, okay. Whatever.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. And so that's basically the end of Mal's story.
Yep.
And there is a animated, like 30-minute long episode where they
The
kind
royal
of
wedding.
tie things up called Descendants: The Royal Wedding, which we in fact watched.
We did.
And it was a bunch of bull crap.
Yeah, it was terribly animated.
Terribly animated. It looked like they were missing frames. And basically all that happened was Hades came to their wedding, accidentally lit a fire in like the main hall, and then everyone thought he was evil again. So then they like go and ask him, and he's like, no, actually you got it wrong. I accidentally lit something on fire.
Yep.
And then that's the whole thing. That's the whole episode is them like just a misunderstanding. And then Mal and Ben get married. And then leads up to Descendants 4 Rise of Red, which is basically its own thing. Not directed by Kenny Ortega. And doesn't follow any of the main characters. The only person from the previous ones are Fairy Godmother and Uma, China McClain. And China McClain's barely in it.
Barely.
And so the fourth one's your basic, like, turn back the time, twist in time, bring back what's mine.
Yep.
Kind of situation. Where we meet Red, the daughter of the evil of the Queen of Hearts, and she gets invited to come to Auradon Prep.
Yep.
And she comes, and her mom comes, and her mom, Rita Ora, the Queen of Hearts, like tries to take over, And but right beforehand, she had like given this clock to Red that can like turn back time, and so obviously she's gonna use it. So
No, she got it from the Mad Hatter.
oh, there you go. Excuse me.
Yep.
She got it from the Mad Hatter, and so as soon as her mom's like taking over, she's like, her mom's like, okay, are you gonna like be with me or against me? And
Yep.
she's like, thinks about it for a second. She's like, treason! Everyone here! If you don't follow my mom, off with your head or whatever. And then a second later, she's like,
She's like, wait a minute. Did I really want Cinderella to die?
yeah. So then she reversed the curse, bring back what's mine. Yeah. And then she thinks she's going to go back like 10 minutes or something, or like an hour, or I don't know. But it actually goes back decades. And it shows her parents when they were younger at Oridon Prep, which is now called, or was called, Merlin's School for the Superheroes.
Yep. Something like that.
Yeah. And yeah, this one's pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the best number is the Queen of Hearts one.
yeah, probably. Which one though?
Like the first one.
The nicely.
I don't know.
Slightly.
But Rita Ora gives face.
She gives face.
The girl who plays Cinderella's daughter, who's like a main part too.
Pooters.
Major poots. She bugs me.
Terrible poots.
And Brandy Cinderella's not in it for that much because, like I said, they go back in time, and Brandy Cinderella's a kid.
A kid.
And so, you know, it's pretty standard. They meet like a bunch of younger versions, like Uma's aunt.
Uma's aunt,
And,
fairy
like,
godmother,
Yeah, and so
Hook, Maleficent, Hades, a lot.
yeah. And so Red is kind of like fighting with like being evil good, kind of like a mall situation.
Red's kind of just good from the beginning though.
Yeah.
Like
I
she
guess you're right.
instantly kind of went against her mom.
Yeah. And there's some horrible acting in between, and some horrible dialogue.
Oh my God, what was it? I gotta tough it out or something. What was it? I gotta get my hands dirty.
Oh yeah, she sings this whole song.
I gotta get my hands dirty.
About having to get her hands dirty, and in the next scene, she's like, this other girl's like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I'm getting my hands dirty."
Yep.
And Alison just like, well,
This can't be.
This can't be. Like, step it up, Disney. And you know, there's some songs in between. And then how does it end?
It ends with them.
Oh, it's so stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, basically the whole reason they went back in time was to stop the Queen of Hearts from getting bullied, and in doing so, they think if they stop her from getting bullied, that they'll be able to stop her from ever being bad. So they stop a prank from being done, and then they go back in time to the present to see if it worked. And it, in fact, did work. The Queen of Hearts was now nice. But right at the end, Uma turns around and looks to the camera. And it's like, you really think that you can mess with the fabric of time without having anything happen?
Yes.
So basically, it's not the end of the story.
Because the movie finishes extremely quickly. There was like 10 minutes left, and like it felt like there was so much still to do. Like all that had happened was they prevented the prank from happening. And in my head, I'm like, okay, so they prevented this prank, but they're probably gonna do something else. Like, why would they just give up entirely?
Pranking her, yeah.
Sure enough,
well, because
they're
in detention. Because they have to go to detention. The rest of, forever.
Forever?
Yeah.
How can they be in detention?
Like 10 years. Not forever, but like when they're not at school, when they're not in class, probably.
So they weren't allowed to go to like
the prom. No, they weren't allowed to go to the prom.
Okay, well there's that plot hole filled.
Got you.
Ate that And so yeah, but I'm also like, why does that mean like she's gonna be nice now? And also like, why would you want that? Like, now you don't even know your present day mom.
I know, right?
Like every single thing about her is completely different. It just like doesn't make sense. And then you get that post credit scene where Uma's like, yeah, you can't mess with the fabric of time and not expect things to like be different.
Yep.
I'm like, how?
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm like, so you're planning to do Descendants 5, but you guys don't even care to get back any of the original people?
I know, right?
Because it was like, okay, makes sense if this is like, one more, like,
Last one,
last
whatever.
one. But there's going to be a 5th one?
I mean,
I'm shocked.
they did say that Evie and Jay are out exploring,
There's no way they're going to get them back.
right?
They can't.
And why wouldn't they have already showed Dove in bed?
Yeah. Don't make no sense to me.
No.
Okay, so overall thoughts of the series and favorite
Overall
characters,
thoughts.
favorite songs.
Favorite characters: Uma.
Yeah.
Kristen and Maleficent. Hades. Favorite song: Christian Cheddar's song. Uma.
Her like first one she sings, right?
Yeah. What's my name? What's my name? And then I really like the make a trade or walk the plank.
Oh yeah, the one where they're on the
And Rita Ora's
on the
song.
boat. Yeah.
All of Rita Ora's songs.
Yeah. Least favorite characters, least favorite songs.
Least favorite characters. Fairy Godmother.
Oh, boom. So useless.
I liked the younger version better. I don't know who else is my least favorite. Maybe the Captain Hook character.
The young one?
The son. Yeah, I don't like him.
He's sexy. What's not to like about him?
Help me out, Danny, please.
Okay. Overall thoughts. I can't believe you made me watch them. I mean, I had like a fine time. I love spending time with you.
Yep.
Love to dab. But it was just kind of like at the end of the day, I was like, damn, like, I really just watched 4 Descendants movies. And I need to get payback. What if we should watch like a trilogy or something. Or something, comparable. I'm going to add up the minutes. And then you'll have to watch that many minutes of like things I want to watch. And
I don't know about that.
On the pod. Because, girl, I was willing to sit there and do it. And I kept thinking it was going to get better. But I was just like, I don't want to dog on it too much. But
It was good.
you really think so?
I think it was fun. I think it was entertaining. I think when you're lit, paying attention to different things.
Yeah.
I think you all should go give it a watch.
You think?
Yes.
Have you guys watched? Were you there when they aired? Yes, no? Or are you going to catch up? Maybe you just watched the 4th one and you were like...
Maybe you're like Devin.
Maybe you're like Devin. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I mean, there was good things about it. That K-Chen number was pretty good.
It was fire. Do you want to be evil?
I also just thought Dove was going to give more. Like, she never really... I mean, I liked one of her songs in the 3rd one. I think she sings... I can't remember the name of it.
I know, like, she ate so much harder in Liv and Maddie. Sing it loud!
And Hairspray.
Yeah.
Let me look at the Descendants 3. Do you want to be evil? Oh, yeah, this one.
Yep.
My Once Upon a Time. It was all right. She kind of was eating.
That's what I'm talking about.
Also, really hated when they gave her the bangs in the second movie.
I know.
Like, she just looked crazy. I also just didn't like the hair color at all. And also in the third one, it was so similar to Evie's. It was like the exact same color. Also, Cameron Boyce's hair, not good in the third one. They needed to keep it looking like in the first one. It looked good in the first one. Then they just went and fucked it up bad.
Yeah, everyone's hair gets fucked.
Are Sabrina's cheeks natural? She's perfectly round.
Sabrina who?
Sabrina Carpenter.
I don't know.
Have you, like, her face is so cute and round. I love it. I just want to squish them. I want to know if she's, I want to know if it's real. Like, how does she sell chubby cheeks? Just works it. It's because she's skinny, huh?
I think so.
Girl, you seem so out of it. You're literally like, you can't wait to get out of here.
I told you I needed to eat something.
I know, but like.
But like what? You should have said yes. I should eat something if you want. Go ahead, continue.
Okay, let's call it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week. This is for New York.
You don't need to call it.
Well, no, you need to get out of here.
I don't need to get out of here.
Well, you just seem so over it.
I'm not over it.
Okay, we're already at an hour. Bye, you guys.
Girl.